see in this one. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Ollie Rowe.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. And he's not going to take the touchback. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. So Mississippi State's offense will have the ball first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's
turning it on. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Taylor wants to throw it. Punts it out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders.
As a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
And that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the It's complete to the left. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. Now here's Russell. Throws for the tight end. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do.
Might have a chance. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Russell on play action. Now sliding to his left. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Throwing Russell. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Handoff to the single back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. To the air, it's Russell. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. 1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
Russell. Back open in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. break, and Alabama has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Offense working from the pistol. The give to the single back. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Russell finds the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it from the gun. Finding some room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Throwing Russell. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Hey, listen, this guy is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, but you have to know when the play is over. And that time, just trying to do too much, trying to make too many people miss, reversing field, counting on that speed to be able to outrun the defense. But they figure it out. They start taking away the angles. They're inevitably able to get to him and bring him down for a massive loss.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
And, man, that third down changes this decision completely, right? Like getting a big chunk of yards, making it 4th and short. Now it's a true decision. I think you were just thinking about getting half of this, maybe setting up a field goal. Now you got a chance to be aggressive. Let's see what they do here on offense.
4th down, Russell. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Got his man on the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pulls and throws out the RPO. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and 1st down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Got a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Snagged out of the air. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Keelan Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the counter. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Back to throw, it's Russell. Buys a little time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Gophers, looking to push their record to 4-1 on the season. And you do that, you're in the driver's seat in terms of locking down a postseason spot. Although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Stark Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I did speak with the Alabama head coach at halftime. He's looking for his team to really make some noise here in the third quarter. They know they're in playoff contention. They know that this is a big-time game to separate themselves, but they have got to have more intensity here to start the third quarter.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Russell. Fakes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There's a crease. He stops him at the 31, but not before he picks up 10 yards on the play. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to him again. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This crowd knows when to bring it. On the run, it's Riley. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's the 2-point conversion attempt. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll give it to Fluff. Knocked down for the tackle. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Taylor wants to throw. Got his man. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single.
There he goes, and he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Bluff Bothwell again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. On the run, it's Riley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. We got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays and the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering his shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He'll heave it deep. He's got it inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Mississippi State right back to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure coming, and it's a sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Under fire. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Complete. Breaks into the open. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they get him down.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back, put the pressure on their own defense.
Thanks to grab. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes... Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Can't get him to the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Tight end now in motion. Here's a give to Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Taylor wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts.
Maybe some room here. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Bulldogs using their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Russell. Looking for space to the left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Now here's Russell. They're working that left side. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Mississippi State calls the second of his 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead and just a few minutes left. Taylor wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll give it to Fluff. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the middle. Tag! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldog!
And you got half your work done now. Great execution, getting the score, but now we got to go for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. We don't know if we're going to get the football back. We get our 2-point play ready.
And he will be sacked. And here in the 4th quarter, they were trying to tie it, and they cannot. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David, now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, and you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
The run inside. It's Riley. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
He's brought down, but enough to move the sticks one more time and to move this game into the win column.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need 1 play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Riley. Tackled there by the defense.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.